Hi everyone, I'm Verónica López and I am a student of the subject Comunicación, Eficaz en Inglés 1 and I'm going to make a presentation of my final exercise about grammar and vocabulary. I'm going to talk about comparatives and superlatives that are used to compare people, objects, or actions, and they show difference or express the highest or lowest degree of a quality. To start, we can see that for short adjectives of one or two syllables, we add the termination er plus than. For example, taller than or smarter than. An example of sentence it could be John is taller than Mike. However, for long adjectives, 3 or more syllables, we use more plus adjective plus than. For example, more interesting than or more beautiful than. An example of sentence, it could be, this book is more interesting than that one. For adverbs, we use more or add the termination er, depending on the adverb. For example, works harder than or speaks more clearly than. An example of sentence, it could be, she works harder than her colleague. For irregular comparatives, we can find, for example, the adjective good. It's a irregular comparative. It could be better. For example, this car is better than that one. For bad, it's worse. And for the adjective far, farther or farther. They live farther from the city. Here we have some examples of adjectives and adverbs with comparative and superlative degree. Adjectives with one syllable, for example, rich. Comparative degree is richer, and superlative degree is the richest. When the adjective have an ending with y, like easy, the comparative degree is easier, and the superlative degree is the easiest. Friendly, the comparative is friendlier, and the superlative is friendliest. With two or more syllables, we have careful, comparative is more careful, and superlative the most careful. Irregular adjectives, good, bad, far, quiet, comparative is quieter, and superlative the quietest. And bored or tired is more bored, tired, or superlative is the most bored, tired. With adverbs of one syllable, For example, late. Comparative is later, and superlative is the latest. And adverbs with two or more, like often. Comparative is more often, and superlative is the most often. Then let's solve the next exercise about comparative and superlative grammar. Here we have the solutions of this exercise. In sentence number 1, the correct order is my new job isn't as interesting as my old one. As plus adjective plus as indicates equality comparison. But in this case, the sentence is negative and express is not equal. Number 2 is I think it's the most exciting film I ever seen. This is a superlative comparison. Indicates the highest level compared with other films. And number 3, my sister is happier than she's ever been. In this case, is comparing her current happiness with her happiness in the past. And number 4, it's hard to understand her because she speaks more quickly than you. In this case, is indicating a higher degree of speed. And number 5, he went to one of the best universities in the USA. This is a superlative comparison and is indicating that this university is in the top ranking in the USA. Number 6, the weather's much warmer than it was yesterday. In this sentence, there is a comparison between the weather yesterday and weather today. And number 7, she worked harder than her sister and got a 95% in her exam. In this sentence, there is a comparison between the results between two sisters. And finally, number 8, he speaks much better English now than a year ago. Is a comparative comparison and is using the irregular form of the adjective good. Now, let's see the second exercise about vocabulary. When we combine the verb look with prepositions or adverbs, it's create another verbs with different and specific meanings. For example, there are phrasal verbs with look. For example, look after, the meaning is to care for. An example sentence could be, she looks after the pets when I'm away. Another example of phrasal verb with look is look forward to. It means to anticipate with excitement. It's like waiting for something, but with emotion. I look forward to the weekend. Is an example of this phrasal verb. Another is look up. The meaning is to search for information or to improve. An example is I need to look up for her phone number. Or with the other meaning is things are looking up. Another phrasal verb with look is look around. The meaning is to explore your surroundings. And an example sentence is let's look around the park before we leave. Another phrasal verb is look at. The meaning is to focus on something with your eyes. An example is look at this beautiful painting. And finally, another phrasal verb with look is look for. It means to search for something or someone. For example, I'm looking for my glasses. This is the exercise I'm going to resolve. Number 1, he looked at the timetable to see when the next train left for London. The meaning is he's looking with his eyes the timetable. In number 2, excuse me, I'm looking for a bank. Is there one near here? In this case, he or she is searching for a bank. In number 3, we're really looking forward to seeing our Spanish friends tomorrow. The meaning is they are waiting for with emotion their Spanish friends. In number 4, we have a lovely babysitter that looks after our children when we go out for the evening. And the meaning in this case is the babysitter take care of children. Number 5, I'm tired. Do you really want to look around the museum again? The meaning is walking around the museum. And number 6, if you aren't sure what it means, look up in your dictionary. The meaning is search in your dictionary. This is the final of my presentation. I hope you like it and thank you very much and Merry Christmas.